Now this is going to be a video on the standard OCO 28mm carburetors, which are right here that I have been using. I have 2 or 3 of these. This is a 28mm OCO carburetor. Now the OCO, as I understand, is a copy of the much more expensive Kain 28mm. And I wanted to kind of tear them apart and look at the differences and see if there is any difference, because I've never dealt with a Kain before. And you can see the little green mark there. That was kind of odd. This is supposed to be set up by a company called Sudco, and I'm not sure what Sudco has to do with these carburetors. The first thing I noticed when I took the slide out of the original Kain, that this looks like a kind of like stainless steel cover, and the back of it's been polished. All right, now I'll show you what the OCO looks like, which the OCO part right over here is almost the same, but it's a little different. This looks to be like a chrome plated aluminum, and the job isn't as done as well. And you can see this is what happens due to repeated up and down of the slide. Now this is a PKW and what's called a D slide. This is a D slide. If you will look at the outline from the bottom all the way around to the top, all the way down this side, it looks like the letter D. This side is flat right here. The other side is half rounded. That's why they call it a D slide, I imagine. Their top pieces are very close. Everything looks the same there. And then I wanted to look down into the carburetor and see if there was any differences. And what I can see, the first thing is, see there's a little green mark right there. And there's a little green mark underneath this vacuum nipple. And if you look down inside the carb all the way to the bottom of the slide well, there is a small green mark. Now on this side, where it says motorcycle use, there is a green wax pencil. And as we turn it around, you will notice above the Sudco is an orange pencil. Now what this denotes, what I can think, and then we look down the bore here. Look at, the bore isn't absolutely perfectly smooth because this is a mass-produced carburetor. But I wanted to see the difference between, say, like this casting on this very expensive, this carburetor. I'm not going to tell you what it costs, but this carburetor is 1.5 times more expensive than the OCO. The OCO is a copy, and I guess they're not made. This one is made in Japan, and this one is not made in Japan. I don't know where it's made at, though, to tell you the truth. Now, if we look down the bores here, if you look at this is it's supposed to be like 28mm across. This is not your intake, but this is where the fuel right here goes this way into the engine. And you can see how rough that casting is right there. Now that could be on there like that for a reason, or maybe not. Now if you look down further into the throat, well actually this is where the air cleaner goes, I'm sorry. I got a few things on my mind. You can see where they've machined the area inside here and left the rest of it rough. Now I have no complaints with these OCO carbs on my deal, nothing. They've been doing me really great, but I want to see if there was any difference between, say, like this more expensive one, since my business is doing a little bit better. I'm able to try one of these, and I'm always trying new experiments. But this casting, if you'll notice, on this casting, it's a lot better on this on the Oko. I mean on the can. Damn, I don't know what's wrong with me. And it's a lot smoother inside here than the Oko. But I want to see what with all these markings. What it means is they've done some stuff inside the float bowl chamber. Now, I don't know what they've done, but we'll see. Also, this has a what is that? That is either a vent tube right there. It can't be a gasoline release tube because there's no screw to release to empty the fuel bowl. And this has one what do they call it? It's a float bowl vent on one side. The other side, it does have a vent, but the vent is plugged. And then, of course, there's your slow jet deal. And this one has, that's not a vent right there. I don't know what the hell that is. And there's your slow jet, and then it has a little bit different knob on here. I can say that the can is much more fine finished, but I don't know if that has anything to do with the bike or not, with the carburetor or not. We'll have to see. But I just wanted to show you what a Japanese Keihin Sudco 28mm PWK D-slide looks compared to its a lot less money copy. And I'm going to do a performance test and see which one's better. Okay, I got to go to an engagement party or something like that. Poor sucker. Maybe I can talk him out of it too. Alright.